Whoa. What was that? There could be many interpretations on what you just saw, but the most likely conclusion is that it's one of the lost stations from the original New York City subway line, opened on October 27th, 1904. The original New York City subway, otherwise known as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and shuttle lines, was opened on October 27th, 1904 as the Interborough Rapid Transit's East and West Side lines. There were 28 stations to the system, ranging from City Hall all the way up to around 157th Street. Now, out of the original 28, 24 of them are still in service, while 4 of them have been closed and forgotten about. The one abandoned station I will not be talking about in this video is the City Hall Loop. Everybody knows the story about the City Hall Loop, and everyone knows how to see it, even though I've never personally been there myself. So without further ado, we will now talk about the 3 abandoned stations on the IRT's west and east side lines. Do you see this train station? Well, I'm sure you can see it. It's on the screen right now. But what if I told you this was that exact same train station? This is what remains of the IRT Lexington Avenue Line's 18th Street station, which would have been served by the 6th train. 18th Street was opened as a local station with 2 side platforms that were 200 feet long. Later, they were expanded to be 300 feet long, but when designers tried to expand the platforms to be 500 feet long, there was a problem. 18th Street was too close to 23rd Street and 14th Street. So in 1948, they boarded up the station and closed it. 18th Street has yet to serve a purpose since 1948. You can still see both side platforms while going on an uptown or downtown 6 train. Don't worry, you can still see them on the 4 and 5, just not as well. There will be a lot of barriers blocking your vision. 91st Street is another example of being just a little bit too close. Being too close to 86th and 96th Street. It was opened with 2 200-foot long platforms, which later expanded to be 300-foot long again, and this time it was closed in 1958. I will explain why later.
If we get there on time, I'll be mighty happy if we're not there on time.
Worth Street has always held a special place in my heart as one of my favorite abandoned stations. In fact, I first learned of it from an animation on YouTube called The Subway Shining.
The sign said Worth Street. That used to be the next stop, but the Worth Street station was abandoned decades ago.
Oh!
Just as I stood in the open doorway, the other guy on the train pushed me out onto the platform.
I know, not the best stuff. In all seriousness, though, the Worth Street station is still a pretty cool station that you can still see today. The reason for Worth Street's asymmetry is because for some strange reason, the downtown side was much busier than the uptown side, which meant it had to be extended to 500 feet instead of 300 feet. The Worth Street station was, you guessed it, too close to Brooklyn Bridge City Hall, so it was eventually closed in 1964. From the view of an Uptown 6 train, it looks like the uptown side of the Worth Street station has been repurposed as some sort of emergency exit or air vent. The downtown side has not served any purpose since 1964. And with that being said, that concludes my video about abandoned stations. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really want to make more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, God bless, and stay gold, my friends. Now before this video comes to an end, if this video gets even 1 like, I will react to the subway shining on camera. So please, like the video.